I like to start with something funny. And I heard about this pastor and song leader that weren't getting along, and it started spilling over in the services. One Sunday, the pastor preached on the importance of being a giver. Afterward, the song leader got up and led the song, "Jesus Paid It All." The next week, the pastor talked about not gossiping, watching your tongue. The song leader got up and led, "I love to tell the story." The pastor was so frustrated, he finally resigned. Told the congregation, "Jesus brought me here and Jesus has taken me away." The song leader then led, "What a friend we have in Jesus." Say it like you mean it. This is my Bible. I heard about this lady. She just got out of choir practice and she was so fired up, she put a "Honk If You Love Jesus" bumper sticker on her car. At the intersection, she was digging in her purse and didn't notice the light turned green. She said, "I was so excited to find out the guy behind me loved Jesus." He started honking, so I leaned out the window, waved at him, and said, "I love Jesus too." She said, "I found out a whole lot of people love Jesus. Everybody started honking. One man even screamed, 'Jesus Christ.'" She said, "After we shared all that love together, I was the only one to make it through the intersection. I felt so bad, I pulled over and waved one last time just to let them know how much I love Jesus." And no, she doesn't come to Lakewood, but say it like you mean it. This is my... I like to start with something funny. And one day, Adam was feeling very lonely. God said, "Adam, I'm going to make you a companion. It's going to be called a woman. This person will cook for you, wash your clothes. She will bear your children, never ask you to get up in the middle of the night. She will always agree with you. If you do have a disagreement, she'll be the first one to admit she was wrong." Adam said, "Wow, God, what will a woman like this cost?" God said, "An arm and a leg." Adam said, "What can I get for a rib?" And the rest is history. Come on, all the men said amen. Are you ready? This is... I heard about this pastor. He was walking down the street when he came upon this group of young boys that were surrounding a small dog. He asked what they were doing. They explained that they were having a contest. Whoever could tell the biggest lie would get to keep the dog. The pastor launched into a 10-minute sermon, starting with, "Don't you know lying is a sin?" and ending with, "When I was your age, I never told a lie." There was complete silence, and just when he thought he'd gotten through to them, the youngest boy spoke up and said, "All right, give him the dog." Say it like you mean it. I like to start with something funny, and I heard about these brothers, ages 4 and 6. They were spending the night at their grandmother's house, and she told them before they went to bed to make sure they said their prayers. They went in the bedroom, got down on their knees. The youngest brother started praying at the top of his lungs. "God, I pray for a new bicycle. I pray for a new PlayStation. I pray for a new puppy." His brother stopped him, said, "Why are you screaming? God isn't deaf." He said, "I know that, but grandmother is." Say it like you mean it. I heard about this pastor. He was finishing up a fiery sermon on self-control. He said with great passion, "If I had all the beer in the world, I'd throw it into the river." With greater fervor, "If I had all the wine in the world, I'd throw it into the river." Almost at the top of his lungs, "If I had all the whiskey in the world, I'd throw it into the river." He sat down. Song leader came up, said, "For our closing song, let's sing hymn 365, Shall We Gather at the River." Say it like you mean it. This is my Bible. I heard about this reporter. He was visiting churches across the nation. While in the Northeast, he saw this gold phone on the wall with a sign that said calls $10,000 per minute. He asked the pastor what it meant. The pastor explained that that was a direct line to heaven. If you were willing to pay the price, you could talk directly to God. He continued visiting different churches, saw the same gold phone, the same sign. When he finally made it to Texas, he saw the phone, but the sign said calls 25 cents per minute. Intrigued, he asked the pastor why it was so much cheaper. The pastor said, "You're in Texas, now it's a local call." Say it like... And I heard about this elderly minister. He was close to death. He sent word for 2 of his members, an IRS agent and a lawyer, to come to his house. Upon arrival, he motioned for them to sit on each side of the bed. The men were very moved that they could be with their pastor in his final moments. One point, the lawyer asked, "Sir, why did you choose both of us?" The minister mustered up some strength and said, "Jesus died between two sinners. That's the way I want to go." All right, it's just a joke. Here we go. This is my Bible. I like to start with something funny, and I heard about this mother. She had two young boys that were known for their mischievous behavior. Anytime trouble occurred, they were certain to be a part. She decided to take them to see their pastor one at a time. Pastor said to the first young boy, "Son, where is God?" He sat there silently. He asked again, "Where is God?" Still no reply. Third time he asked, the boy bolted out the door, ran home, and said to his brother, "God is missing, and they think we did it." Say it like you mean it. This is